Good morning. Welcome to the update from the bunker. It's Friday, the 10th of April, and another beautiful day in the Moselle Valley. And we're getting ready for the Easter weekend and doing the same things we did all week, basically, which is wandering around the garden and cleaning stuff. But anyway, all is good here. I hope you guys are okay as well. And I had a fabulous call yesterday, a couple of webinars yesterday, actually, one with another couple of coaches in Dixon, Karen Murray, and excuse me, and Kevin Gallagher. We had about 15 people on a coaching call, which was great. And we also had an international webinar then with a group of like-minded spirits who decided that we don't want to go back to how it was before, or what will we change as a consequence of this lockdown. And just a couple of tips and ideas around what could change and how it comes about. And it reminded me of a story that I was given some years ago, that during the Second World War, through the islands in the Pacific, and specifically the island of Tanna in 1941, I think it was, where the American troops landed and created a base there as they were moving across the Pacific. They landed their planes, they built runways and airstrips and buildings and barracks. And the local indigenous people thought this was amazing. This is just, it was so cool. It was magic. And they then believed in the American servicemen. And when the American servicemen left and they took their planes and supplies and technology with them, the local people wanted them to come back because life was really good. Because what they found was these big silver birds used to deliver food and supplies, and they had radios. They could call things in from the sky, and it was just so amazing. It was magic to them. And they created what is called a cargo cult. And it's still going now. You can Google it. If you Google cargo cult, and you'll see it, the island of Tanna. And they still have these cults and belief systems now. And what they do is that they've actually built mock aircraft out of bamboo. They've built radios and they have headsets, and they walk around as military troops would have done, with sticks over the shoulders instead of rifles. And they have this worshipping of the cargo cult. And of course, what they're waiting for is the planes to come back and bring supplies and everything like that. So people believe. Now we think, no, we might think that's ridiculous, that's crazy, but it's not, because all of us, we believe what we are shown. We believe what we experience, and our beliefs are framed in the environment in which we live, in which we operate. And what's happening now, of course, is that the environment has changed, and the evidence that we're being presented with has changed as well. So based on that, our beliefs in what is possible can change as well. So now, what evidence do we have? What different evidence do we have? We know now that people can work from home. What was impossible 2 months ago is now possible. It might not be a lot of fun for people if they sat with husband and wife working in with a couple of kids in an apartment, but in principle, working from home works. The planes aren't flying. Nobody's traveling anywhere. And it's okay. Nobody misses it. Not really. So the skies are clear. The skies here are perfect, clear blue. And it's great. The planes aren't flying, apart from a couple of cargo planes. The Himalayas, you may have seen the picture of the photograph up on social media. The Himalayas have come back into view from hundreds of kilometers away in India. And because the smog and all the pollution is now lifted, and it's like, wow, that's how it should look. We've got dolphins in Venice in the canals, apparently. The water's cleaning, the rivers are cleaning. The earth, the world is healing itself. It's getting better without us lot out there doing our thing. So we've been presented with a different set of evidence. So based on this different set of evidence, what different beliefs can we have? What can we come out with as a different set of beliefs and attitudes? Can we come out with a belief that it's possible to live in a more gentle, kinder way with the planet? And this is not, I'm not recommending you go out and start hugging trees and all that sort of thing. If you want to, that's great. But what can we do? What can we make some changes? Will we go back to ridiculous international air travel? It's insane. Not so much. Hopefully not. We can make a change there. Will we do on our daily commute 3 hours into the office every day and back again? Hopefully not. We'll make a change there as well. Maybe we'll start buying our produce and our products from local or national European manufacturers and wholesalers, rather than flying in produce from across the world on aircraft from wherever it is. Who cares where it's from? But why don't we just buy stuff that's local? I remember, because I'm very old, my dad had shops. We had green grocery shops. And back in the day, this is back in the 60s, I was only about 5 or 6 years old, working in the shops on a sort of Saturday and that sort of thing. And the food was seasonal. You used to have, we used to have. I remember Jersey Mid potatoes would come in at one particular time of the year. Little fabulous, very sweet little tiny potatoes. They were around for about 2 or 3 weeks, and that was it. Then we had strawberries would come in, and they came from the Vale of Evesham, and they were picked. We would go potato picking at weekends with the local farmers, and we ate and sold what was seasonal. Now, if you think about it, when can you get strawberries? Any day you like. It's insane. It's look at the variety. I went to the local supermarket up here, Leclerc, whoever in France, the Leclerc supermarket, and they have the French are very good at this. Obviously, a cheese counter and lots of cheese. Now, I didn't have time to count up the varieties of cheese that are there. There's a lot of French cheeses, absolutely. There must be 300 or 400 varieties, brands, flavors, colors, styles, different milks, different pasture, whatever. There's hundreds and hundreds of styles of cheese. Some of these cheeses come in from abroad and they're flown in. Why? Why? What gives us the right to have some cheese that's manufactured by a guy in Australia on a hilltop with 3 goats? I mean, fabulous, good for him, great. Why do we have to fly it around the world? It's insane. So maybe we change our buying patterns. So we can all do this. We can make some decisions. Not that we're all going to just live in a kibbutz and wear, sackcloth and ashes and that type of thing, but we can make some positive changes. And I think the evidence we're being presented now is compelling that we can and should make some differences in how we behave and how we work. It doesn't mean we have to go back to living in caves or swinging through the trees or anything like that. But what it means is we can vote with our wallets, vote with our purchasing decisions, and vote with our lifestyles. And it doesn't have to be that dramatic to make a fabulous difference. And maybe there's a movement emerging where people are going to live and work in a slightly different way. So it is the evidence we're being presented. We base our decisions on evidence. We've been given an opportunity, a fabulous opportunity to observe this social experiment. And when we come out of this, I sort of hope that we don't go back to exactly how it was. It would be a real shame if we mess this up. I said in an early video, I think nature has given us a yellow card. It's gone, guys, gals, you've got to stop doing this because it's harming you, it's harming the planet, it's harming everything. And we've got this chance now. We're in the sin bin for a couple of months. When we come out of the sin bin, we're being watched. We're going to be watched, and we're going to be seen to be doing things different, hopefully. So I think we're going to make a different decision. And if you want to join the group, the movement, the ideology, there's some very interesting people joining this group. It's the not going back group, and also what is the new normal, if you like. So it's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn. It's just a discussion group. It's nothing to do with politics and revolution. We're not going to storm the Bastille or anything like that. But it's interesting that there's a spirit there of people that want to consider and think about doing things a bit different. So think of the cargo cults over in the Pacific, and we might think they're mad, but they just base their decisions on evidence. We've been given some evidence now that we can choose to make a different belief system around what's possible professionally and personally. So there we go. Google it, have a look at it. It is quite cool. There's a movement called John From, which translates sort of John from the USA, and they have the military badges and radio shacks and planes, and it's it's interesting. It's just interesting. They're still going now, I think, to have a look at it. So there we go. Anyway, we've had a chance. We've been given a yellow card. Different evidence has been presented to us. Let's make some different decisions. If you want to get more information or get involved with what we're doing, it's just a discussion group. Ping me a message below here, and I'll drop you the note to join the group. And we have a webinar every couple of weeks, just looking at ideas, but some really interesting ideas coming out. So I hope you find that interesting. If you want to have a chat, ping me a message. So have a fabulous weekend. I am doing videos over the weekend. It keeps me sane as well as anybody else. So please like them. Give me a reason to keep doing them. Anyway, have a fabulous Friday. I'm off to walk anti-clockwise around the garden today rather than clockwise, which is going to be a real thrill. And I look forward to your updates, and keep me posted. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay away from people, and stay indoors as well. So see you real soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.